Hey guys, Sean Ross Sapp. Want to tell you about my bookie, our new betting partner where we get all of our WWE and AEW odds is my bookie. But it's not just pro wrestling and MMA, which by the way, yeah, you can bet on pro wrestling. It's Major League Baseball, it's tennis, it's the NBA, it's the NFL, PGA, FIFA, anything you could imagine. They got you covered. Now, they always have great deals, but when you use the code FIGHTFUL at mybookie.ag, you get a $50 bonus on a $100 deposit. Maybe that's not enough for you. Maybe you want a $100 bonus. Deposit $200, and they have you covered. This is where we are getting all of our odds from here on out. MyBookie AG. Also, it's not just betting. They have live casino. They have table games, slots games, all kinds of stuff to satisfy you over at MyBookie. Just don't forget, use that code FIGHTFUL. Only bet what you can, and please bet responsibly.
Oh, we are here on a Saturday night. The Trios Champs ride again. Rick Ucchino, Iridian Fierro, Cresta the Star. But it's kind of weird tonight, guys, because it's a Saturday night. We're here to talk about fighting, but we're not here to talk about AEW Collision. We're here to talk about WWE Saturday night's main event. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here tonight. We got, well, it was supposed to be 4 matches. We got 3 matches to talk about and a fight that we got to talk about here on this show. Get your super chats in, get your humper chats in. Guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air before we get out of here tonight. Ladies, how we doing? How we feeling? Iridian, it's nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys. We are all back together. Who would have thought the 3 of us reviewing a WWE show on a Saturday? What? Like, this is brand new for us. So I'm really excited. It's really cold in Chicago right now. I'm sure it's very cold everywhere else as well, but this review is going to keep you warm. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cresta, what's going on?
I am just as cold as you guys. I think we're all bundled up. I have my heated blanket. I am Charmander trying to keep myself warm. But the matches tonight were hot, except for that first one, which I have a prepared statement because community guidelines prevent me from being honest there.
Yeah. You may be able to notice this. I'm wearing a Snuggie right now. That's how damn cold it is in my office. Like, I am.
Cold.
It's a freaking blanket hoodie is what I'm wearing here tonight, and I have no shame about it because it's like 5 degrees outside. This office that I built in my house is directly underneath my porch, so it gets cold up in here. So I got my little mini heater going. Hopefully this doesn't, short out my desk or spark a fire. I got this going. We'll stay up as long as possible here, as long as my power keeps running. And the snow ain't too bad just yet, although we're supposed to get like 15 inches where I'm at right now. So, whoo, it's going to be nasty. So hopefully you guys are having a great evening. Hopefully you enjoy the show. Again, get your super chats in, get your humper chats in. Guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air tonight. Ladies, this night was supposed to start off. First off, it started off with an announcement from Stephanie McMahon that she was going to be the solo host of the evening because Joe Tess, that poor man, was stuck in an airport in Detroit due to the weather that is impacting much of the country. So shout out to Joe Tess, who's probably having himself a hell of an evening. That sucks. Never want to go through that. They didn't really utilize Stephanie a whole lot, though, as the host. I think we saw her all, twice? We saw her at the beginning. We saw her ahead of the main event. So she had an easy night's work. But I digress. This was supposed to start off hot with Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. I was genuinely curious heading into this. When we did our predictions for the takedown on SI, I called a no contest because I'm like, I cannot see either one of these two guys taking a loss here. They're not going to beat Cody back to back. They're not going to beat Jacob in his first match back since being injured. Like, I just don't see either one of these guys taking an L. The one thing I did not see coming, Iridian, was the match never even starting.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu went all gas, no brakes. Before the bell even rung, he pulled a full heel move, knocked Cody off the top rope before he could finish his second woe. And we were on. And the damn security guards were trying to pull these dudes apart for like 10 solid minutes. They fought on the ground. They fought all the way up the damn steps, out onto the concourse. They took out a couple of security guards with trash cans and merch tables. They fought all the way back down the damn steps through the crowd just for Drew McIntyre to show up and slam both of them through a table. And that was how our evening started. I know Cresta's got some feelings about this. How did you feel about the opening segment tonight?
You know, I'm sure the crowd had a lot of fun. They definitely got their money's worth in this non-match that we got tonight. I am going to let you guys in on a secret. I thought it was Andrade at first that attacked Cody and Jacob. I was like, Andrade, what? Like, you're back? You just left. Like, what's going on? And they zoomed in and I'm like, oh, it was the hair. It's the straight hair that Drew's got. They did the switcheroo and I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. Duh, it's Drew McIntyre. Shout outs to him. Love Drew. But this opening was not the opening that I thought we were going to get. I was very confused. I wish we would have gotten a match, but I do see why this was the better option of the two than having one get the win over the other. I just don't know if it was good for the opening. Maybe you could have done this like the second match, the third match. I think maybe the ladies could have started off the show, but that's just how I feel.
Cresta, your statement on the opening of tonight's show.
Let me start off with what I liked about it.
Okay.
I agree with Iridian. I think that this was very fun for the crowd. The melee, the bedlam, the crowd was very much into it. That's where the compliments start. Dear WWE, if
Not
you
the
were
letter.
going to, I told you I had a prepared statement. I was so upset. I was upset for the lack of a better word because I agree with Rick here. There was no way no one was going to pin anyone. You had me in the first half when Jacob attacked Cody. I'm like, okay, this plays into the promo that he said you can't control yourself. But when there was a ref bump, you know that meme where Annalise Keaton looks at the camera and then gets up with her bag? That's exactly what I did because I knew what was going to happen. And I'm like, bro, why even book this then? Why not just book a hardcore match? Why not? I'd rather you do the Seth Rollins too much hell in a cell end the match that way than what we got here. Because I feel like you were going to make it hot and have this opener, like this fire opener for it to end like this. Rather you put the women. This was a pacing issue and a choice. Y'all didn't even read my prepared statements.
This was a tease is what this was, right? Like, and and I understand, like, if you wanted to do this angle on a SmackDown, I think it would have played off better.
Or a different spot in the card, not the beginning, not the end.
I think there's just something about doing something like this on, and I know this isn't a premium live event, but this is still a special event. It's a Peacock special. You know, look, we had title matches tonight. We had number one contender matches tonight. Like, this show had stakes to it. It just feels a little bit like a tease, but I'm perfectly fine with them doing this angle. Would I personally have preferred them to have a match? Yes, I thought it would have played better for, you know, Jacob to kind of get in Cody's head a little bit more and have Cody do kind of what he did with Drew back in what was it, December or November, one of the matches they had previous for the WWE Championship, where Cody lost his temper and he forced a disqualification. And then you go into the brawl all over the arena and Drew McIntyre dropping them and everything like that. I would have preferred to have seen that, but I agree with you, Cresta. The second that Charles Robinson got tossed halfway across the ring, which might have been a record for the fastest ref bump in WWE.
But also true.
I'm like, this show is 5 minutes long with intros, and Charles Robinson is on the damn ground. That is got to be a new record.
Let me ask you in Iridian this, because this is just me, and this is in kayfabe. What is Nick Aldis doing? Remember we were on Adam Pearce's neck for letting the inmates run the asylum? Nick Aldis is just standing at the top like, oi, 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 oi. Like, bro, dude, you were up Cody's butt, bro. Like, from a kayfabe standpoint, Nick Aldis needs to be fired. I'm sorry. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go.
What do you want the man to do? He's scared stiff because you got Paul Heyman over here on Monday Night Raw who's trying to get Adam Pearce fired for putting his hands on the employees. What's Nick Aldis supposed to do? Yeah, he's jacked out of his mind, and he can probably hold his own against both of these dudes, but damn, he can't touch the employees.
listen, at this time, I'm tired of seeing Nick Aldis do this. But when it comes to Cody, bro, dude, do something. Mickey James, come get your husband.
Like, look, there is part of me, Iridian, that is kind of mad that all they will let Nick Aldis do is take RKOs. Like,
yeah, that's got to be something in the contract, probably like a disclaimer, the clause that he's got in there. But Shane Helms was in there. I was like, oh, okay, sir, at least somebody's doing something. Shane's over there, like in front, okay, in front of the line. Nick Aldis was like at the top of the steps. I was like, here we go, doing this. Being shocked. I said, sir, you can be shocked while doing something. All the securities were in the recycling bin. Like, Jacob Fatu was in the recycling bin, and here you are at the top of the steps with the crowd. He was enjoying the show.
Dude had no idea what to do as he's trying to walk back down the steps, too. Did you see him back there just like, I don't even think he tried to make a facial expression. He's just like trying not to fall. You know how steep some of those arena stairs can be?
You know, those steps did look pretty steep.
Like, I've never been inside the Bell Center. I've never even been to Canada. But, like, dang, he was just like, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, let's get down to the bottom. Here's Drew, and all hell's breaking loose. So it was a rough night at the office for, man. These boys, Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce both better be getting hazard pay. Like, seriously.
This was definitely a choice that was made because at the same time, I had Collision on, right? And you got Shibata and Hangman. And I'm like, look at that match. Like, that match is going. They were going. And I was like, all right. We comparing the two. Sports angered. Absolutely.
So now the question is, moving forward, right? What do you do with this? Because Cody is already in the Royal Rumble. I can only assume that Jacob Fatu is in the Royal Rumble as well. It makes me think that, one of two things is going to happen. Neither one of them is going to win the Rumble.
Exactly.
Or both of them are going to win the Royal Rumble. Is there a way that you can do a tie?
Ain't no way.
Can you do the tie?
Don't
even attempt to do that.
No. Why would you even say that? That is such a bad idea. I'm so sorry, Rick. That is such a terrible option. Because
you call it a shit idea. It's fine already.
Now that you said it, that's probably what's going to happen, and it's going to be the worst thing. I don't need. There probably will be in the Rumble. I don't think either of them are going to win. In a crazy world, I want Randy to take the win for the Rumble, but that's just me. I think they're just going to have a match at WrestleMania. I think they're just going to duke it out. I don't know how they're going to get there, but I think they're going to have a Mania match.
I think there's also the Elimination Chamber before that.
You're right.
I think these guys both eliminate each other, being little angry men. Yeah. And then it's like, I need this man in the Elimination Chamber. I need to see Jacob Fatu. And they get so consumed in them not winning that there's an eventual cage match. Maybe not at Mania, but between Mania and an Elimination Chamber. Yeah. But neither one of them win the Rumble. They double count out. Rick, I love you, but the snow got you crazy. It's freezing your brain. I don't know.
There have been 39 of these damn things. All right. Like you gotta do some stuff that we haven't seen before, at least on purpose, right? Like, we've had ties before on accident. I just don't know. Like, what was it? Batista and Cena, they accidentally tied, and then you had
Vince blew his quads coming to the ring because of that.
Both of his quads. You had that happen. You had The Rock and Big Show where The Rock won, but he didn't really win. Like, I don't know if you could actually try to pull this off, because I feel like there's so much that could go wrong. You would really have to time this out and have contingency plan after contingency plan, because after this, to me, screams, it's not that these two guys are going to have a match with each other at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a triple threat for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Just how do you get there? That's where I feel like this is ultimately heading, which will bring us to Sami Zayn at some point down the line here, because he did win the #1 contendership earlier tonight.
Wouldn't that make it a 4-way?
No, because that match is happening at the Royal Rumble. So we will talk about that coming up here in a little bit. Don't forget to get your super chats in, get your humper chats in, guys. That is the guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air tonight. The women's tag team titles were on the line. It was Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defending against Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Raquel Rodriguez did get involved in this one. By the way, the bell rang at 8:30. So our first match of the night started a half hour into the show. I thought these ladies killed it. There was one spot, there was one mishap. We all saw it. We'll talk about it. But other than that, I thought this was very well put together, very well choreographed. You could see the ladies bringing it, and this is just the next step in what has been all of a sudden, I don't even really want to call it a resurgence, but like an emergence of the women's tag team division, which is hotter than it's ever been. It's hotter than either of the two men's tag team divisions right now, and I never thought that I would say that. And it has a lot to do with the talent that are involved in it, including Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They ultimately end up winning this matchup thanks to Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Vicaire. I thought the spot where Raquel Rodriguez came in, so Io Sky hits the over the moonsault on I think it was on Liv, right? She hits the over the moonsault. This match looks over. Rhea Ripley is standing there. She's looking for, Roxanne to come in and break up the pinfall attempt. You think this match is over. And then Raquel comes out of nowhere, grabs Rhea by the ankles and pulls her down on top of the referee to break up the pinfall. I thought that was really innovative. You don't see pinfall breakups that much. She could have pulled the referee out of the ring, but she didn't. I love the spot that they pulled off here. And they were able to continue the storyline with Raquel and Stephanie. Now Stephanie appears. She's healthy. She doesn't have the walking boot on anymore. She kicks Raquel's ass. And then the finish of this match I thought was really great as well. Raquel gives a power bomb to Io on the outside of the ring before Stephanie comes down. Io kind of stumbles her way back into the ring. Liv tries to take advantage, hits the Oblivion, but Rhea tags her right before the move hits. Rhea runs in, running knee, riptide, pins her. They retain the titles. This was a lot of fun. There was the one mishap, Iridian, where Rhea was late to break up the pinfall attempt.
Thank you.
And the referee had to go, she kicked out. Yeah, she kicked out. Yeah, no more accidental title changes in WWE. Yeah. Other than that, I thought this was great. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, this was the match of the night for me. I thought the women killed it, except for that one little mishap, and mistakes happen. All right. Sure. We look past them, but we should have had new tag team champions. Okay. I counted. I was like 1, 2, 3. Okay, not yet, ref. All right, Rhea, there you are. All right, but that was 3. I found
this thing was literally 1, 2. There it is. She kicked out. 2.
Yeah.
She kicked out. Sorry.
Oh, that was unfortunate. But the possibility of the titles switching hands a week before the Rumble, like that's fun. That's interesting. I'm glad we got to see the ladies do this title match. But Roxanne is a star. Oh my goodness, I love her. I also think it's hilarious that 3 out of the 4 women who were in the match tonight have relations with Dirty Dom in some way. So like they're related, like to Dom. Like I don't know. Like who's next? That was what I was thinking. I was like, damn, they're really all gonna fight each other. That's crazy.
Can we never say
Dominic?
Can we never say relations with Dirty Dom on the air?
I didn't mean like relations, like like they're all connected. That's what
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I should have said connected. That's the word that I was meaning to use.
And hey, look, don't forget. Technically, it was all 4 because don't forget when Roxanne was introduced to the Judgment Day, it was to come in there and try to break up Liv and Dom.
What Io got to do with Dom?
What?
You said all 4 of them, and I was like, "What Io got to do with Dom?" And you said Roxanne. Like, wait a minute, about those 3.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure I could figure something out with you.
3 out of the 4. But this match was incredible. My favorite match of the night. It was just so good, and like you said, Rhea was so Raquel was so innovative pulling Rhea. I've never seen like someone land on top of the ref like that and not have the ref count. Like that was the first time I saw something like that.
To be fair, Noise. Rhea's gigantic. Okay.
5'8". I think it's a mix of both. She's tall, and the girls in WWE are tiny. We love
Well,
tiny.
here's the thing, right? Rhea is tall. She's my height, but she wears like 5-inch heels. So she looks like she's 6'1", because I've interviewed her at press junkets before, and it's like me in an NFL locker room where I'm holding up the microphone. I'm like, this shit ain't right. Like her and Charlotte both, they wear those like 5-inch heels. Charlotte's already taller than me, so it's like, excuse me, I need a crate, I need a box if I'm to stand on.
The visual of you holding up the mic like that is frying me, Rick. Please.
Rick asking serious questions like this is crazy.
That's what in all seriousness, that's what I used to have to do in the Bengals locker room. Andrew Whitworth, who's like 6'8", straight up in the air. Straight up in the air to get the mic to that man. That's what I used to have to do all the time. All the time.
They don't respect your journalistic integrity enough, Rick.
Why couldn't they sit down?
Why can't they sit down?
TV cameras, that's what it is. But anyway, Cresta, what'd you think of this one?
Nah, this match was fantastic. At first, I was like, man, I should watch AEW. But then this match came out. I was like, all right, that didn't count. I was having a psychotic episode, and I thought I saw something, but this was the first match of the night. Listen, I'm not going to hold you. I removed Rhea not coming to get the break up the pin spot out of my head. This whole match was great. Let me not say typically. I think that sometimes Judgment Day with their booking comes off hit or miss, and they often sometimes come off as dweebs. Not super bad, but they come off as dweebs. I think tonight, all three women in the Judgment Day looked fantastic. Liv and Roxanne Perez as a tag team, man, absolute cinema. I don't want to say that, but I gotta say that I think they look great. They had a lot of cohesion, and I think that especially with there was a spot where Roxanne dived to the outside to stop Io from breaking it up. Liv hit Rhea with the double knees after Roxanne did a Hurricane Rana to her off the corner post. I'm like, that's Motor City Machine Gun shit to me. Like, you're actually cohesive. You guys are working together in tandem, and not just we are two single competitors fighting another tag team. I think in the future there is a tag title run for both of these ladies. I know they probably want to put Liv Morgan in the main event scene, but I think it's Raquel's time to be in the main event scene, and you guys tornado tag it, because eventually it's going to be Roxanne's turn. But this match was fantastic. I love Rhea Ripley. I love Io Sky. My only, if I had to be bitter brother complaint, is that, bro, I love that you're front loading your women's tag division, but your singles division is hurting for it. This was great though. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you about, the cohesion between Liv and Roxanne, because and maybe a lot of that has to do with Roxanne, because I think she works well with anybody, because Roxanne and Raquel have the same thing, but it's different, right? Like they have that, big girl, little girl chemistry going. You got Raquel chucking, using Roxanne as a weapon and tossing her over the ring rope to the outside and things like that. So it's like they have chemistry as well. And that goes back years with them, all the way back to NXT. This is really the first time that we've seen Roxanne and Liv work together, and they were spectacular tonight. I think Liv is going to the singles division, though. I think Raquel is going to get her shot at Stephanie. Maybe it happens at the Royal Rumble. They already got 4 matches on that card, and usually that's where they keep it. So maybe they hold that one off for an episode of Raw, or they do it at Elimination Chamber. But my money right now is on Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble finally, after eight attempts, 2 runner-up finishes. She's always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. I think her versus Stephanie. Stephanie's feuding with the Judgment Day, so I think that's a natural progression to make, and have that be one of your main matches. You want to talk about, though, Cresta, front loading the tag team division. You're absolutely right, which is why I'm going to continuously put something out into the atmosphere and try to manifest this. Whether it's 3 teams, 4 teams, 5 teams, 6 teams, whatever you want. Women's TLC for the tag team championships at WrestleMania.
Come on now.
That is what I want. I want it, and I want it badly. Rhea and Io, Bayley and Lyra. You can do Roxanne and Raquel. You can do Nia and Lash. You can do Charlotte and Alexa. And you could do the Kabuki Warriors. Look at the star power you get in one damn match. We saw what the men's tag team division on SmackDown could do at SummerSlam in that exact same scenario. Put that bitch on night one. Open your damn show with it. And also, I love the full circleness of it too, because Lyra and Bayley, Iridian, did not get to tag at WrestleMania last year. Let them tag at WrestleMania this year and get Bayley back on the damn card, because she should have been on the card last year. And I say that as the biggest Becky Lynch homer on planet Earth.
Yeah, and Lyra has that experience in a ladder match too. So it's like, all right, now everyone's well versed in this type of match. Like that's a really good idea, Rick. This makes up for the other idea that you had. TBH.
Look, I don't. I'm not gonna hit 1,000, but
yeah,
like
he's human. He's human.
I love
he's
it.
Like Christian.
No, I love it.
Will still get me in the Hall of Fame, So
yeah. No, I totally get you, and I also like your idea that Liv is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble, and this is interesting because if I think Roxanne is also in the match, right? And she was in there the longest last year, I believe.
Yeah, so, she owns the record. She is the Iron Woman of all time. 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 47 seconds, I believe.
That's crazy. So
somebody can check me on that, but I think I'm right.
To have them be the last two and then have them tag recently, that's crazy.
We do got a super chat here from Noise2504. Liv kicked the hell out of Io's head tonight. I always wanted more matches between Liv and Io. They never hold back. Well, after Liv wins the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, then they can fight for that title somewhere down the line, maybe at SummerSlam, something like that. Or Stephanie wins, there's that too, because there's still a lot of great rivalries that they could do with Stephanie, down the line. Stephanie and Becky, we got to get that at some point. We got to get Stephanie and Rhea at some point down the line. Like there are still some women stars that she can go up against. So, but I'd love to see Liv get that spot and win the Women's Royal Rumble. The question I have, still haven't quite figured out yet. The hell are we doing with the WWE Women's Championship over on the SmackDown side? Because right now, that's where you're noticing a lack of star power with both Tiffany and Bianca still out injured. Like they tried to. It's like, in all seriousness, like people want to give Jade crap for not defending her title in 84 some odd days. Like I know she's putting comments out on social media, like in character, saying there's no competition for her. She's low-key telling the truth, because Charlotte and Alexa and Nia, they've been all in the tag team division. Tiffany and Bianca have both been hurt. They tried to elevate Michin and then B-Fab, and they both got hurt. So now they've called up Jordan Grace because they didn't have anybody else left.
They better go back to NXT. They better get some more people. I don't know.
More people down there.
But that's the other issue that I'm having. It's like, bro, you put everybody in the tag division. Sasha and Naomi were right, but that's another story for another time. But now you have no undercard. You have no mid-card. Because what is your mid-card doing? Honky-tonking around in the tag division. Because why is Julia and Kiana James being... What are we doing? What?
That ticks me off, because that was the same thing that they did with Lyra last year, where Lyra won the Women's Intercontinental Championship and then immediately spent all of WrestleMania season trying to win a second championship, whether it was entering the Royal Rumble or going after the tag team titles. And then she did win the tag team titles, and then Becky turned on her, and then that's where like, okay, let's focus now on the Women's Intercontinental title. Yeah. And the only reason the Women's Intercontinental title is even going to get on WrestleMania this year is because it's still around Becky's waist, and she's going to be wrestling AJ Lee. So that's what I think is ultimately.
The whole issue, like writing it back to Jade, the bigger issue, like you said, is there's no real competition for her. And even if there was, you guys don't push your undercard, your midcard, so no one's believable. Candice LeRae is there. Don't see her. You know what I mean? Nia Jax could have been a good intro feud like you had her before, but now she's in the tag division. You fired Mara Sade for her to go be a star in TNA for you to buy. There's a lot of things where you could have slotted women in. And at some point, you're going to have, I don't know. I'm going to shut up.
No, it's you're making all the points because you didn't they didn't build up anybody else. Like they put all their eggs in like 2 or 3, baskets there. And when those people got hurt, then what? This would have been a great opportunity to put in Chelsea Green, someone who
That part.
sells merch, someone who is great on camera, who can really represent the company. Like she's doing so well already without that championship. I don't know if she has one, but
Don't let Michael Hayes hear you, girl.
you could have you could have had her be the champion on SmackDown. Like really, really believable. That would have made total sense. And then her and Jade could have gone back and forth for a little bit. That also would have built up Chelsea's reputability for a little bit. Like
And Jade's.
Jade, yes.
Iridian, you are speaking to my third eye. Our third eyes are pressed right together because I feel the same way. Like, if we're not going to do anything, right? Or we're trying to keep certain people away from Jade, right? Do something. Where's the stick? Do something, please. Fight back. Like, do something, man. I'm not gonna give Jade crap. I just feel like there's a system that when they want to do something, they do something. And when they don't, well, you get Ronda Rousey and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I think, look, I think the Jade situation is going to solve itself here in a couple of weeks when you get, hopefully, Bianca, but definitely Tiffany back, right?
Yeah.
But when Tiffany comes back, we're just picking up right where we left off. What was that match? At the last Saturday night's main event in November, the one in Utah where she won the match in a squash, right? So we're just picking up kind of right back where we left off. But, like, yeah, I would love to see them you got 3 hours now. I would love to see them build up the women's mid-card scene, which with B-Fab and Michin out is literally Chelsea Green, Alba Fire, Julia, and Kiana James, right? So there's only...
You got Zelina Vega, too. There's others. Candice LeRae. There are other people, but...
Right, but you could bring up JC Jane. You could bring up Sol Ruka. You could bring up Zarya. Like, there are people that you could add to the division who we already know are, like, tailor-made stars, like, ready to go. Right, you could bring them up and start having them compete. Like, God forbid we get a women's United States Open Challenge like we've gotten with the men's United States Open Challenge the last few years. I'd love to last few months. But I guess there's issue. The booking is never going to be perfect, but you got the depth to fill things out here. Hopefully soon. We did get a WrestleMania 34 rematch tonight. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, two longtime rivals. And this honestly might be the last time that they ever throw down. I thought this was a really great match to add to this card. I was kind of half expecting heading into SmackDown last night that it would be Jade versus Jordynne Grace, that would be the match that they would add to this card. So I was pleasantly surprised when AJ was invited to SmackDown, not just by Nick Aldis, but by Shinsuke Nakamura, who said, "Hey, look, are you sure you're ready to put your career on the line? Because if you are, maybe we should throw down one last time before I miss my opportunity to do so." And I thought these guys absolutely delivered. I really want to go back and watch this match again because I was doing the live blog for the Takedown on SI tonight. And if you've ever done one of those, it's really hard to kind of really watch something as you're also typing out what is happening in the match. So it's like, it's a very difficult thing to kind of soak in what happened in this match. But I thought that there were a lot of really great transitions. I love the story of AJ going after the knee because he wanted to make Shinsuke Nakamura tap out the way that he did make Gunther tap out on Monday, even though that he lost that matchup. And these were two guys who know each other extraordinarily well. I thought if this was the last time that these two guys would wrestle Iridian, I thought this was a great way to go out.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I have to go back and watch this match because I was just kind of like in awe. AJ comes out in a mask. The commentary starts talking about the history that they have in New Japan, which that threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, we're talking about New Japan after you didn't let Shinsuke go to Tanahashi's
Oh, I'm
retirement?
glad you said that.
That's crazy. And I was like, AJ coming out in a mask? All right. There was just so much going on. I couldn't even focus after that. But I thought this match was so good. Like, I love AJ's calf crusher. I think it's so good. And again, they mentioned on commentary, like you said, like, oh, he's trying to make him tap like last time. Like, it was so good. It was really, really so good. And they mentioned like, oh, this is AJ's possible last year in wrestling. And I'm like, why is everybody retiring? I don't like it. I honestly think AJ could go for more years. I think he can. Maybe he doesn't want to anymore. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like he
Yeah.
But like,
just
man,
listening
so
to him
good.
talk, listening to him talk in interviews, it's kind of one of those things where it's like he wants to walk away and still leave people with the image of
a
his best,
great
you know?
AJ. Yeah.
Not a guy who's wrestling well into his 50s who maybe doesn't have it as much anymore. Just judging out the way that I've heard him talk in some interviews.
But he has it. AJ, if you're watching us right now, you still got it. You got it. And I think you're going to have it for the next 10 years, TBH. 10 out of 10. I think this was so good. I'm going to go back and rewatch it later. But Shinsuke also did not disappoint. Why? They were hitting each other.
This man, Shinsuke Nakamura, having a bit of a renaissance all of a sudden. Like, there were people who were and I was one of them, like, in all sincerity, like his last run with the United States Championship, I'm watching him wrestle some of these matches at a slower pace. He looked a little bit stiff. I'm like, oh no, has he lost it? He ain't lost it. He still got it. He still got it. His match with Sami Zayn was great. His match with Carmelo Hayes was great. His match tonight was great, Cresta.
Bro, this match was so good. Shinsuke, I felt like he looked toned. He looked real slick. Like he looked phenomenal, for the lack of a better word. Bro, I think Gunther's really dead retiring this man next week. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I was like, he's gonna at least get the year. But
He's
the
taking
way
all our heroes.
Bro, they brought up New Japan, which you didn't even let him go wrestle his friend. You're fugazi for that. But then you brought up all the stuff, the mask, all of this imagery, and then these guys put on a banger. I was like, oh, Gunther's gonna kill you on Friday, huh? I respect it. Yeah, the rules of wrestling is you go out on your back, you're looking up at the lights to put someone else over. I get it. But like Iridian said, did everybody, Gunther? Is this how the old heads felt when Randy Orton was going around like, bang, bang, bang? Is that what's
the legend killer?
It has to end with Gunther retiring Randy Orton at
It has to. It has to. Oh man, the title is getting transferred.
Wrong guy.
Who?
Randy's not retiring for a few years, so I don't know how long they're going to keep this going. I think Gunther's going to retire Brock Lesnar.
Yes. Oh.
I would hope so. I would hope so. Book it tomorrow. Book it Monday Night Raw.
I don't want Gunther wrestling Gunther wrestling Brock. I want Walter wrestling Brock. Give him the old meat. Make his chest look like Chef Boyardee on this man's chest. That's what I need. I need the burger meat.
But I do kind of like the fact that Gunther is now kind of this career killer type. Now, I expected him to retire AJ, right? Like, I expected that to happen. I didn't expect it to happen in January.
Yeah,
I expected it to maybe happen at WrestleMania. So I'm kind of hoping they're swerving us on this one, because it feels tailor-made to say, hey, look, yeah, we're going to have Gunther retire Goldberg, Gunther retire John Cena. Now he's going to retire AJ Styles. And I ain't ready for this one. Like, I was ready for Goldberg. I was pretty ready for Cena. I ain't ready to watch it. No, I need at least 3 more months. I need at least 3 more months. One more WrestleMania.
I need him to do another TNA run. I didn't see it. So I need to see the house that he built. I need to see it. Just, you already own it. Come on, just do it for me.
Here, that's the thing, right? Because there were reports, and I think it was John Alba at the Takedown on SI who first said, like, TNA is expecting, or at least wants, or is pushing for AJ Styles to wrestle one more time for TNA before he retires. So if they just randomly announce that AJ Styles is wrestling, pick a name, on Thursday Night Impact next week, oh, it's over. It's over. That's his second to last match ever. He done. They
would have pre-recorded it because it's not going to be live next week.
Is it? Okay, thank God. All right. So maybe there's some hope.
We still need the custom merch. You know how John Cena had a different shirt every town? We need 2 more shirts for AJ. Sir, Monday Night Raw, and then whatever SmackDown is. We need the 2 shirts.
Start selling those masks.
Yes.
Shit. I'll make a ton of money off those. Don't forget to get your super chats in. Get your humper chats in, guys. Guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air before we get out of here tonight. Our main event, the third, what was supposed to be the 4th match of the night, was a fatal 4-way to determine the #1 contender for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest. And can we just talk about Trick Williams for a quick second? Absolute superstar already. Whatever their thoughts about this man were, you know, if they had a cap on what they thought his potential was, throw it out the damn window. Because there are very few people who immediately come up from NXT and get these kind of reactions. Even in Montreal, which is Sami Zayn's hometown. Like, this man punked out Sami Zayn just a week ago. He interrupts Sami on Friday, and everybody's going, whoop that trick. 12,000 strong, 13,000 strong, whatever the hell it was. Whoop that trick all throughout the Bell Center. Like, this man has got it. And to paraphrase him, he looks like money. He's a money act. All right. He is money. Looks, talks, everything. He was great tonight. And frankly, ladies, this is something we'll talk about ad nauseum, I'm sure. I would have had him won this damn match tonight.
Interesting.
I would have had Trick Williams win this match tonight.
When you rewind this, Chris and I move our head at the same time.
I'm sorry. Because I looked at you doing it. I didn't realize I did it too. I'm like,
I would have had him win tonight. There's a lot of reasons for that.
Okay.
Let's first talk about the match itself. Cresta or Iridian, what did you think of this one? I felt like going into this, it was pretty much a slam dunk that Sami was winning.
Yeah.
I did the ending though did come off a little flat. Like, I don't think people were expecting that to be the ending. That said, I thought all four of these guys worked really well tonight.
Yeah, no, the guys were incredible in the ring. I wanted Randy to win,
Okay.
but then I was like, duh, they're in Montreal. I totally forgot they have to have Sami. And then Sami's family was in the crowd. I'm like, all right, you know, Sami's taking this. But Trick is so impressive. Oh my God. I feel like WWE's, they're not ready for his potential, because I think if they really wanted him, or if they really wanted to push him, he could be bigger than Jey Uso. Like, when Jey was doing like full on, like when everybody loved Jey, Trick Williams is going to have a bigger run than that if they really get their lives together. He's going to be incredible, fantastic. I don't know when they're going to pull the trigger on that, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Damian, you were impressive in this match, sir. I was forgetting about Damian, but I was like, all right, I forgot. We have to watch out for you.
People
10 out
still
of
sleep
10.
on that guy. He's good.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know. I feel like after he left the Judgment Day, they're kind of like flip-flopping him around and just putting him wherever. I don't know what that's about, but Sami winning, sure, I'll take it. Why not? I didn't mind it. This wasn't my favorite match of the night. My favorite was the women. This match was okay for me.
Cresta, what'd you think? Before I dive into my rationale of why I would have had Trick Williams win this match.
oh, good. I'm ready for your malarkey in a minute. I mean, at first I was like, yeah, Sami could win, but I was on Discord watching this with my friends, and my friend had said, but doesn't WWE take you to your hometown to lose? And then I really thought somebody else was going to win. I was like, there's no way.
They used to do that, and then Triple H took over. So that rule kind of went by the wayside.
But WWE has certain archetypes for certain people. Sami and Cody are in their best when they're chasing that title.
Mhm.
People love the Sami moment. People love the Cody moment. But unlike Cody, where it begins to wane, where people are like, get this good guy up out of here. He needs like a good, vicious adversary. People long for the Sami Zayn long title run, like a Mankind run. The people long for it. I don't think he wins the title off of Drew. I think he gets screwed in Saudi Arabia. And if he doesn't get screwed in Saudi Arabia, he gets screwed at WrestleMania. That's the only thing I would complain about. And if it wasn't Sami who won this, I hate to agree with Iridian. I would have expected Randy, because I don't see Drew dropping it. And Randy is a guy who's bulletproof. Randy could do anything. I will say this about Damian Priest. He reminds me low-key of, and I don't know if this is an apt comparison because I wasn't watching this whole run, but he reminds me of Seth Rollins, as in the sense of he could be the guy, not always the guy, but if you slot him in to be the guy, he's fantastic in any role you put him in. You just got to give it to him. And I feel like before I started watching, Seth Rollins was kind of in that spot before he became Monday Night Messiah and he had the music he was coming down to. So I think that it sucks because Damian Priest is fantastic, but you kind of forget about him because of his booking. They kind of put him in these things where it's whatever. But when you see him, it's like, hey, what are we doing with this guy? Wait, what are we doing with this guy? So please tell me why you think Trick should have won. I'm ready to listen to your lies.
Okay, well, hold on. First off, let me agree with you on Damian, because it's like this guy, I would love to see him get a second run as the guy, because I felt like his first time around, he was just getting comfortable being the champion, and they took the title off of him. Yeah. Like his run was like snake bit there for a little bit, because it's like I think he like tweaked his back or his knee or something in one of his matches, and he kept like having these little slip ups. He had the one match where he didn't, you know, he got knocked unconscious and couldn't kick out. He had the other one where he got his foot caught in the rope. It just seemed like something was happening to him every time he defended the title. And it's just like, man, this guy can't get out of the starting gate. And it's like, just as he really started to feel comfortable, you know, they took the belt off of him, and then they put him in like a year-long program with Drew McIntyre. They put him in a 6-month program with Aleister Black.
Didn't he cash in against Drew at Mania?
Yeah, and that's what kickstarted everything. And then for like a year, it was him and Drew until they had their match at WrestleMania. So it's like they tie him down, and they've tied him down in these long programs since he's dropped the belt. And it's like, I just don't know if he's ever going to get that opportunity, because like you look at Damian Priest, he's very much along the same lines of Trick Williams. He looks like $1 million. This guy walks into a room, he passes the airport test, but you don't think he's a wrestler. You think he's a freaking rock star. Like, I remember this man walking into a press junket, and he owned the damn room. Looked like
he commands a room for real.
He commands attention. He commands a room. He's got the look. He's very, very cool. Like, can't we just let this guy be a cool MFer on television and hold the championship? Like, let this man be him.
Clearly, what needs to happen now that Bad Bunny's performing at the Super Bowl, get Damian up there. Put him up on that stage. Let's go. Promo.
Come on now.
Promo.
Finish it off with a South of Heaven chokeslam to Bad Bunny, you know, through the stage.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm here to spread propaganda. I want to see the Bronx versus the Bronx. Call up Mike Santana from TNA. Santana versus Damian Priest and Bad Bunny in the background. Yes, I need that.
All right, so now why Trick Williams should have won this match tonight. I didn't want Sami Zayn to win this match.
Boo.
Yeah,
Boo.
I did not want Sami Zayn to win this match, because Sami Zayn is not winning at the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn is going to lose at the Royal Rumble. They're not having Drew. I would be stunned. Okay. Stranger things have happened. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, Sami Zayn, it's guaranteed that Sami Zayn is going to lose. Right. Like, I just don't see it happening. I don't see Drew dropping the WWE title in his first defense. Sami is beloved in Saudi Arabia. All right. Obviously, Montreal is his hometown. He's going to get this kind of a reaction. Them having the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, it makes perfect sense for Sami to get that moment, because he's going to get another one of these monstrous reactions. But at the same time, they're going to close that show with Sami losing again or getting screwed again. I would rather Sami win the damn Royal Rumble match and get his world title match at WrestleMania, whether it's against Drew McIntyre, whether it's against CM Punk. Like, the way that they are telling this story, though, they kind of telegraphed his win tonight with everything that, you know, Drew has been doing with him behind the scenes, and like the despicable comments he made about Sami's son, saying that he's been disappointed in his dad ever since he found out who his dad was as a baby. I'm like, how the hell is this man supposed to hear this and then go to Saudi Arabia and get his ass kicked by this guy and lose again? I don't want Sami losing the WWE title match. I want him winning the Royal Rumble and then winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, because I feel like if it doesn't happen now, it's not going to happen.
So then
yes, go ahead.
Here's an idea. That match opens up the Royal Rumble. Sami doesn't win. Sami's in the Rumble.
And he wins again. So he pulls the Becky 2019, basically.
I'll even take it one step further. Drew has been pissing in a lot of people's cornflakes.
Yes, he has.
Drew can get screwed over, especially by Cody, and we finally get something where Cody's not a dumb baby face. Jacob Fatu could screw him over because, again, he's been pissing in a lot of people's cornflakes. I hate that you make sense. You're right. I don't want to see Sami Zayn lose again. But I also agree with Iridian that it could open up the show. Drew does the I beat you, and R-Truth goes to put his balls in somebody's hand, and R-Truth is laid out. And next thing you know, with Sami Zayn, no one's going to bat an eye. And there's your triple threat that you were saying. There's your four-way that I was saying.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that you're right.
Yeah. Like, that's the only reason why I didn't want Sami winning this match tonight, because I don't see him winning at the Royal Rumble. Now, that brings me to two of the other guys in the match. We already saw Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton for the better part of a year. We already saw Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest for an entire year. I would have wanted to see something new. I would have wanted to see Trick Williams get his sink or swim moment in Saudi Arabia for the WWE Championship. He wasn't going to win the match, but if he goes out there and puts on a hell of a performance, gets the crowd behind him, like has that superstar making moment in his first WWE Championship match on his first major PLE, that could make the young guy. And he's not even that young. He's like 34. Like, that could have
That's young? What do you mean, Rick? That's young.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel old. I feel old as hell, and I'm closing in on 38. But like, I would have loved to have seen Trick get that spot because it's new, it's fresh, it elevates somebody almost immediately. He doesn't have to win the match, like I said, but he could still look like $1 million in defeat. That's why I wanted I wanted Trick to win for that particular, for all of those reasons combined. I wanted Trick to win this match.
I think there's a world where they may be worried that the Saudi audience might not receive him well.
Maybe.
So I can understand wanting to save it, because even in this match, I thought this was a showcase for Trick. I have been trying to dislike Trick since he dethroned Joe Hendry, but he's so good. He's too cool,
he's
man.
So likable. He's just like
too cool.
He owns that room. You're like, man, I get it. Like, you can't not
8
like
abs,
the guy.
2 arms. He got the lemon pepper steppers. The ladies like he's everything good about The Rock, Booker T, Mark Henry, and right behind him is Ricky Saints to give these, and him versus Mel. I am sick. I'm crying and sliding down the walls. I wouldn't want him to lose there. Back to what you were saying, but I think that maybe that's the confused. They don't want him to be received poorly, and right now that's their pet project. They everybody love Trick Williams, and I hate that. I love him. He's good.
He's going to be in the Rumble match, right? He's going to be in the Rumble match, I have to believe, and I can't wait to see how the crowd reacts to him. And by the way, off topic, there are several people within the last few weeks who have proven one thing true. Entrance music fucking matters.
Period. Kit Wilson. I'm here for him.
It doesn't matter, but it does matter when your theme music sucks.
That's true.
I mean, it took one night. Finn Balor's old music is back.
Incredible.
And he got the biggest, granted, it was in his backyard, but he got the biggest crowd reaction that he's gotten in years. I remember this man coming out at the Royal Rumble either last year or 2 years ago they debuted new entrance music for him at the Royal Rumble, and no one knew who the hell it was. He got not a small pop, he got no pop. And I felt terrible for that man. Like, there were so many people who got entrances that just fell flat because they had unrecognizable music.
Yeah. And it happens to the women too.
Yes.
Like, no pops, no nothing. A lot of people are just like, all right, let me just look at the Jumbotron to see whose name pops up, so then I can clap or boo or whatever I want to do. Like, that's so unfortunate. We need better music. We need better Titantrons.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, truly, I think about the people whose music I'm like, I can always go back to them. Whether you're good or bad, they'll remember your music. If you're good, it helps. If you're bad, hey, at least you had this dope music. I think of like what Iridian just said about the music. I hate what they did to Jordan Grace's new music. I get it because Braun Breaker got the dog, whatever. But honestly, I knew who it was every time. Like, some women need a banger. Like, even Matt Cardona, he had 2 bangers. You use none of those. Come on, even Dolph Ziggler, I'm here to say the word. They gotta have something. Even if the Titantron is bad itself, put a hook where people could do what Shinsuke, do the Seth Rollins, do the Sami Zayn, where if they don't know the words, like a Shawn Michaels, they can at least do something to it. Joe Hendry broke it down in an interview that was so smart and incredible. The people want something they can interact with, whether it's the words like, well, boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the New Age Outlaws, or with Joe Hendry, I believe in Joe Hendry. Clap, clap. The people want to feel involved. So when you make this music that's kind of like weird and no one want to hear that shit. It's cool for the first time, but it gets love Becky Lynch. Her new music, I guess. I get it. You're a heel, but I won't lie. If the old Becky Lynch music came on,
that's my only complaint about Becky's new music. Because like Becky's music, when that chorus hits, oh damn, it hits. It hits great. It's like it's one of those songs where it's like a lot like Randy's too. Where by the time they hit the ring, it's just the perfect I'm stepping into the ring song.
Mm-hmm.
But the only complaint I have about Becky's is she went from like unmistakable downbeat, you knew it was her, crowd pop, to slow entrance into it. If they could have just kept that same downbeat, but went into a different, I think it would have been perfect. But I do love her new music. But there's just something about, you look at what an entrance did for Jey Uso, right? And the connection that it made with him for the audience. You look at what the song and the entrance did for Joe Hendry. You look at what Trick Williams instantly coming up. You look at Finn Balor's old music, right? It matters. And to Iridian's point, 3 weeks ago, ain't nobody give a damn about Kit Wilson. Nobody cared about Kit Wilson. Like, great dude.
I didn't watch Kit Wilson. I had no idea. I didn't know who this man was. I was like, oh, he was in the tag team. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Pretty
Look
Deadly. I like Pretty Deadly, but they were a comic dude. Like, they barely even wrestled. They did their backstage segments. They were trying to get Pretty Deadly, the musical, off, like all this stuff. All of a sudden, they give Kit Wilson a banger theme that sounds like Samantha Carpenter singing there.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, like, the crowd's eating him up. And it's like,
now I know his gimmick. He doesn't like toxic masculinity. I don't either. I'm on board.
I don't know if he doesn't like toxic masculinity. I think he wants to kiss toxic masculinity. You saw the way he was talking to Matt Cardona. That wasn't someone who was upset at somebody. I'm here for it. I'm just saying. I think you want to kiss him.
Okay.
That man is going to get the pop of the Rumble.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just like Joe Hendry last year, he's going to get the pop of the Rumble this year.
Crazy because they're probably going to put Joe Hendry in the Rumble again, probably between 1 and 10, and then you got to put between 10 and 20. You got to put Kit. And then somewhere else.
Give me all the entrances. Like, yes. Especially in the mid, like, so that's the thing. I would put Kit Wilson out there around 14, 15.
Okay. Middle of the Rumble.
Middle of the Rumble where things are kind of dying down. Maybe the energy's not as hot, right? You send Kit Wilson out there. You get the crowd fired up. He gets eliminated in like 4.5 seconds. And then you hit Jey Uso's music. And then the crowd really gets fired up. And now all of a sudden you're ready for your second run. You hit the wall. Now you're ready to get it going, and maybe you get Trick Williams in there after that, right? And just give me all of the entrances. Give me the Saudi crowd as best as they can. Try to fire it up and get them going. That's
Street Profits music. That's another one. Dun, 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 dun. That's another for both of them. Bring back Montez and Angelo. Why not? Who else you got in the Rumble? Everyone busy?
This is going to be an interesting Rumble because it is in Saudi, and I wonder what the veterans are going to look like, or I think it might just be very heavily based on who they have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know who's going to want to go to Saudi. Who knows?
Bring the walls down. I would pop. I hate, but I would pop for
too.
that.
I would pop.
That man's coming out at 30.
I might join the Jericho Appreciation Society on that one.
That
bro, they need to play the countdown for 30. Bro.
He needs to come out with the jacket. I need the lights off.
He could come out at 10 too, right? Like he could come out at, like, there's a lot you could do with the count. I mean, it's all countdown, right? He could get his own special countdown clock.
Yeah.
When he comes in at the Royal Rumble.
It would be telegraphed though, but I think that's why it would have to be 30. I mean, it's probably going to be Roman because Roman going to take 20 years to get to the ring anyway. But I think if you did Jericho at 30,
Oh, that would be
It's
incredible.
telegraphed. It's fine. It's like when CM Punk was coming to WWE. Bro, we know he's here. Just give us what we want.
Yeah. I think
Not-
he comes out at 30. You give him his own countdown clock instead of the one in the corner. Just like, I know it's the Royal Rumble, but you could have the whole stadium lights go out and all, like,
Yeah,
like
and then just put the clock
there's
there.
a power outage, right? Like you're getting ready for the countdown and there's a power outage. Maybe they do like they get the generic countdown clock and it gets to like 10, 9, everybody's counting, and all of a sudden, like, you just shut everything off. And it's like,
And then the last 5 seconds are the like Jericho clock.
that
I love
would give him a chance to go out and stand out there and do his little shtick, right? And then, you know, the Rumble is Jericho, whatever the hell he wants to do.
Rumble
have
is
to win it.
Jericho is crazy.
Nah, he can
I
finish
mean,
second. He can finish second. It's the same thing they did with when Edge came back in 2020, right?
true.
You could have him finish second or third. He'd be in the final 4 for sure. But he doesn't have to win it. No, but yeah.
There's so many options. I'm very excited. I don't want to watch it,
Same.
but I'm probably gonna watch it.
Tell you
Just
what,
for women
though.
in the men's.
I am here for the 2 p.m. start time.
Oh,
That's the only upside.
only
It's like, okay,
thing.
you got me, guys.
It's that I'm not going to be able to be there because it snaps my streak of like 4 straight Rumbles. But yeah, either way. But again, what we were talking, we went way off of this. Trick Williams, what
Yes.
he's got, in addition to all the skills that he has, he's also marketable. He's got the theme song, he's got the catchphrases, he's got charisma. Again, he's money. I would have given him a sink or swim moment at the Royal Rumble against Drew McIntyre, but I'm not the one who's got the pen. So
They're not even doing that for Braun Breaker, who's like their guy right now. He can get a chance in 2078 after CM Punk's kid retires. Okay.
Can anybody tell me the last time somebody under the age of 30 held either the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE title in WWE? Under the age of 30.
Shawn Michaels, final answer, in the 90s.
No, not quite that bad.
Okay.
I have
Anybody?
no idea. I'm totally bad at
Finn
wrestling.
Balor before he was injured, final answer.
No,
Goodbye.
he was 34 at the time.
I don't know that. I'm out. That's it.
Bray Wyatt, 29 years old when he won it at the Elimination Chamber. In, what was that, 2016?
That's crazy.
But that's the only person under 30 was a crisp 29.
Yes.
With the crisp, fresh age.
Listen, he's a
And that
young
includes
man.
Jinder Mahal winning it that year because he was 30 at the time. So
Also young. Also young.
You'll pay for your crimes, WWE. You will pay for your crimes.
But again, that's why I want Sami to win the title now. That's why I wanted Finn Balor to get his moment. That's why I want LA Knight to get his moment. Because you got dudes who are going to come up and it's going to be their time. It will be Braun Breaker's time soon. It will be Obafemi's time soon. I will throw in Mr. Royce Keys, a.k.a. Powerhouse Hobbs. I think he's going to be a major player when he shows up. I'll throw Trick Williams in there because I think that man should be winning a WWE title. Carmelo Hayes. Like, these young guys, their time will be soon. And I feel like if Sami doesn't win it now, I just don't know if he's going to win it. That's why I didn't want him to win this match. I wanted him to win the Royal Rumble and go on to win the title at WrestleMania. I digress.
You're
Still a
not
good
wrong,
show.
Cash Jones. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope Sami wins it at some point. At some point. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight here with us. Talking to Fed for one night only. We'll be back to Collision next week. Iridian, where can people find your stuff?
You guys can head over to my YouTube channel, Iridian Fierro. I just started a pop culture podcast.
Whoop!
That's your vibe. Check it out. Let's pop. Listen to it on all your streaming platforms. And also Rest Friends. Listen to the Rest Friends podcast. Subscribe to Rest Friends on YouTube. So both my YouTube channels, check them out. Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Cresta, where can our beautiful, lovely fans and followers and watchers watch all of your stuff as the lead Rest Investigator?
First and foremost, guys, I got my old Twitter back. So you might know that I was Cresta the star. Now it's just Cresta Star for the brand. I wasn't wiling, but it's important not to get DMCA copyright struck. So that's very important to follow the rules everywhere you go. You can follow me on every form of social media at Cresta Star, CRESTASTARR. This week coming up, well, next week, Sunday, Rest Investigations will be out. I know I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks, but Who the Fuck is Mark is almost done. It's going to add music. I want you guys to enjoy it. It'll be fantastic. I have nothing else to show. You all look amazing. Hope you find $20 on the floor. Your butt looks amazing. Rick, where can the people find you?
X, that's the one-stop shop for all my work, especially over on the Takedown on SI. Had a chance to chat with R-Truth recently ahead of the release of season 2 of Unreal. That is my that full interview is my pin post right now on my X account, which is at Rick Ucchino, as you see it on the screen right now. Check that out. That was a very emotional conversation. And then on Monday, I'll be dropping a conversation with Lyra Valkyria, who is also talking about WWE Unreal Season 2 as well. Other than that, we'll see you back here next Saturday night. Hopefully the Trios champs are back again for 2 weeks in a row, which might be a record for us. And we'll be talking once again, our normal time slot, our normal show, AEW Collision. Until then, guys, look, there's a massive winter storm going on right now. Be safe with all the snow and ice out there right now. Yeah, just take proper precautions, and we'll see you back next week. Take care, everybody.